It was still dark when the knocking started. Not polite, not hesitant, loud, urgent. I checked the clock. 4:58 a.m. No one comes at that hour unless something is wrong. I opened the door slowly, my pulse already racing, and froze. My neighbor, Ethan Cole, stood there. He looked different. Pale, breath uneven, eyes scanning the street behind me like he expected someone to be watching. "Don't go to work today," he said immediately. "Call in, stay inside. No matter what happens, do not leave." I blinked, trying to process it. Ethan barely spoke beyond small talk. We'd lived next door for over a year, and I could count our conversations on one hand. "Why?" I asked. "What's going on?" He hesitated. Then, quietly, "I can't explain it. Not yet. But if you trust your instincts, you'll listen to me." There was something in his voice. Not panic. Certainty. The kind that doesn't come from guessing. It comes from knowing. "You'll understand by noon," he added. Then he turned and walked away. Just like that. No explanation, no reassurance, just a warning. My name is Maya Rowan. I'm 32. I work as a data analyst at a private investment firm. My life has always been predictable, structured, controlled. Until today. 3 months ago, my father died suddenly. Official cause, aneurysm. But before he died, he kept trying to tell me something. "It's about you," he said once, "about who you are." I thought he was confused. Now, I wasn't so sure. Because strange things had started happening. Unknown numbers calling with silence on the line. A black SUV parked near my house for hours, then gone. Emails asking if I'd be present on Tuesday. And now, a neighbor telling me not to go to work. I made a decision. Not out of fear, out of logic. If he was wrong, I'd lose one workday. If he was right, I might survive something I didn't even understand. By 11:40 a.m., I felt ridiculous. Nothing had happened. No danger, no explanation, just silence. Then my phone rang. Unknown number. "Ms. Rowan," a calm voice said, "this is Detective Harris. Are you aware of the incident at your workplace this morning?" My stomach dropped. "What incident?" "There was an attack. Multiple injuries. We have reason to believe you were present." My grip tightened on the phone. "That's impossible. I've been home all morning." A pause. Then, "Can anyone confirm that?" I looked around my empty house. "No." "Then I need you to stay where you are," he said. "Units are on their way." The moment the call ended, something inside me shifted. This wasn't a mistake. This was a setup. Someone had used my identity, my car, my access, my life, and they wanted me tied to whatever happened in that building. A sharp knock hit the door again. I froze. "Maya," a voice said. "It's Ethan. Open the door." I didn't move. "How did you know?" I asked through the wood. A pause. Then, "Because they're not coming to protect you. They're coming to take you." I opened the door. This time, I didn't hesitate. He stepped inside quickly, locking it behind him. "You have minutes, maybe less." "Who are they?" I asked. He looked at me, really looked at me. "People your father tried to expose." My chest tightened. What does that mean? Ethan reached into his jacket and handed me a sealed envelope. "Your father left this for you." My hands trembled as I opened it. Inside was a handwritten note. "Maya, if you're reading this, then they've moved sooner than I expected. You are not in danger because of what you've done. You're in danger because of what you are. Trust Ethan. Do not let them take you." "What am I?" I whispered. Ethan exhaled slowly. "Your entire identity was built to hide something." The room felt smaller. "Your father wasn't just an analyst. He was part of a classified investigation into a genetic program, one that didn't just study people, it created them." My heart pounded. "No," I said, "that's not possible." "They didn't create you," he said. "They found you." Silence filled the room. "You're something they've been trying to replicate for decades. Your biology, your immune system, it's not normal." I stared at him. You're telling me I'm what? Some kind of experiment? He shook his head. No. His voice dropped. You're the result they could never recreate. Sirens echoed in the distance. Closer. Faster. They're here, Ethan said. He handed me a small metal card. Your father left a vault. Inside are files. Proof of everything. Names, evidence, the truth. And if they get it first, they erase it. And you. Minutes later, we were speeding down the highway. Behind us, black vehicles flooded my street. No sirens now, just precision, purpose. Like they weren't chasing a suspect, they were retrieving something that belonged to them. Why frame me? I asked. Control, Ethan said. If the world believes you're dangerous, no one questions what they do to you. He handed me a tablet. A file was open. Subject, Maya Rowan. Classification, priority asset. My breath caught. Genetic markers unknown. Enhanced immune response. Regenerative cellular activity. I looked up. This isn't real. It is, he said. They've spent decades trying to recreate what your body does naturally. We reached a hidden facility buried beneath forest ground. Cold, silent, waiting. Inside, a vault door stood at the end of a narrow corridor. Only your DNA can open it, Ethan said. I placed my hand on the scanner. It pulsed once, then unlocked. Inside was a single journal, my father's. I opened it. They didn't make you, it read. They've been chasing you. You are proof that evolution doesn't need control. It happens on its own. At the final page, 2 options, compliance protocol or release protocol. One would protect me, temporarily. The other would expose everything, at the cost of becoming their enemy, forever. I didn't hesitate. I pressed release. Alarms exploded through the bunker. Data began transmitting. Files, names, secrets buried for decades, now flooding into the world. Ethan looked at me. You just started a war. I met his gaze. No, I said. I just ended theirs. Outside, helicopters thundered overhead. Searchlights tore through the trees. But for the first time in my life, I wasn't running, because I finally understood the truth. I wasn't being hunted because I was weak. I was being hunted because I was something they could never control.